first one, you want to first factor whatever you can factor. So at the top I factored nothing cancels, which means there's no holes. But even before that, you want to get your domain. Your domain is all real numbers except for -2. So negative infinity to -2, -2 to positive infinity. Zeros come from your numerator, -5 and -3. The vertical asymptote from the denominator, x equals -2. There is no horizontal asymptote because the n is bigger than the m. There is a slant because it's one bigger. That's the work over here. Oops, I didn't mean to erase it. That's the work on the right. Here, I used synthetic division and divided. Ignoring the remainder, you get y equals x plus 6. Make sure you get the y equals there. Make sure you get the x equals on your vertical asymptote. And again, I mentioned it before, but no holes. The limit notation is based on either your horizontal asymptote, or in this case, if there was no horizontal asymptote, I took the leading terms, which is x and x squared over x, simplified it, cancels out an x, and then you're plugging in negative infinity for the left and positive infinity for the right, and you got negative infinity and positive infinity. For number 2, you're asked to use limit notation to describe the whole. So as you're approaching -2 from the left, the y is 2. And as you're approaching -2 from the right, the y is 2. So I think this is one of them. But on the test, the limit notation sometimes has the actual line underneath. You're going to have to fill out what's underneath and then also what's next to it. Just make sure you pay attention to that stuff. Limit notation for the vertical asymptote, if without a graph, like you could choose to graph these if you want to based on the zeros and plotting points and all that stuff, but you can also find your vertical asymptote limit notation without the graph by plugging in points. So once I know that my vertical asymptote is at -1, that's the middle of my chart. I'm going to do 2 points left and 2 points right and see what's happening. As you plug those in, they get closer. From the left, it's increasing, which is positive infinity. From the right, it's decreasing, which is negative infinity. Like this one, calculator. Just because those numbers can get big. Yeah.
So we wouldn't have, we're asked for.
All right, so this one, and then I'll jump back. But this one, it says to find the 4th term. So if it's raised to the 5th power, there are 6 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the one I want. That means takes the first thing, and this would be 5, 4, 3. So the first thing is being raised to the second. The second thing, which is -4, is being raised to the third. These two should add up to 5. So you can either count up and down or do it that way. And then your Pascals, I need the one that starts with the 5, which is this one. And I need the 4th term, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 10. So it'd be 10 times 3 squared, which is 9. Times x squared times -4 to the third, which is -64. I'd get 90 times -64. And again, this is what you'd have a calculator. Literally just for that math is the only reason. -576 x squared. Times 10 from that. And the last one, which I